Totally revised for 2013, Hyundai's made some important changes to the Sonata Hybrid. Will I be impressed? Let's find out. On the outside, changes include the turbine-look wheels and the front fascia. It looks a bit like a quirky smirk up front, but it'll be good for parking in the city. The rear fascia has also been changed. Note the blue badges, which tell you that this is a hybrid. It also looks different from the gas version, and I think that's really important. Overall, I think Hyundai's engineers really pulled it off here with the Sonata Hybrid. The Sonata Hybrid's interior looks fresh. Leather seats and a center console that to me looks a lot like the Infinity's. Nice. The center console features two-tiered storage. Moving forward, you've got your seat heaters and two cup holders. There's your 6-speed automatic transmission. You can also shift it manually. You get two chargers here and lots of connectivity too. The dual zone climate control is laid out very nicely. I like the diagram there. Easy to use. The touchscreen infotainment system is also well laid out and easy to use. For the passenger, there's a nice little storage pocket here. Nice touch. Overall, the two-tone look is nice, and the dash, very well laid out. Hyundai's done a good job here, and everything falls to hand very easily. On the steering wheel, you can control your radio, you can also control your Bluetooth, and of course your cruise control. This display button controls the menu right here, which gives you useful information about your trip and also your fuel economy. Thanks to the backup camera, parking is no problem. It even gives you the directional too. Nice touch. You get your own vents out back and seating for 3 across. Of course, if there's just 2 of you, you can pull this down and use it as an armrest, and it also has 2 cup holders. There's also a pass-through to the trunk for skis. Nice. Inside the trunk, you'll see 12.1 cubic feet of space. Pretty good for a hybrid. Low liftover too. Power comes from a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine generating 159 horsepower and 154 pound-feet of torque. This engine is combined with an electric motor that brings an additional 47 horsepower, 35 kilowatts, and 151 pound-feet of torque. Together they produce 199 horsepower. 0 to 60 takes 9.2 seconds. Fuel economy is rated at 35 miles per gallon in the city and a true 40 miles per gallon on the highway. You can expect 38 miles per gallon overall. So the Hyundai Sonata Hybrid starts out at $25,650, and that is actually pretty amazing. I mean, here you have a hybrid that starts at basically 25 grand, and that's impressive. Great starting price. Now, if you want a little bit more bells and whistles, then you move up to the Limited, and that one costs $30,550 to start. So still a bargain. You know, this is a very comfortable car. It's got lots of stuff for you. Every way to hook up your smartphone, USB, you name it, you can hook it up. Blue Link keeps you connected, also with the safety. If you're ever in an emergency, it's like GM's OnStar. It comes with the industry's best warranty, so it's got a lot going for it. And some technical innovations on this one. Well, it's lighter, but yet it also has more storage, 12.1 cubic feet of storage, and they've really done a lot. They've changed the look a bit, upgraded it a bit, and it's very impressive. The fit and finish of the interior and just normal everyday interactions, all nice. Everything is laid out where you'd expect it to be, you know, and we're driving through Jefferson country here. This is where Monticello is, and rural Virginia, right near Charlottesville. And just like Jefferson was an innovator, I think the Korean manufacturers like Kia and Hyundai, they really look to everyone else in the industry and they say, all right, how can we do this better, or at least equal to? And they look at all facets of the car. So when you're dealing with the navigation system or the dash layout, I think they really have studied the competition, and I think they've come up with something of their own that's really exceptional. Now, with a 0 to 60 time of 9.2 seconds, the Sonata Hybrid here is certainly not a quick car, and you wouldn't expect it to be really a sports sedan in the turns. But surprisingly, through the twisties here, it's actually not too bad. A little bit of understeer, but that's what you'd expect. It's safer that way. And it's surprisingly fun to drive. Handles very well for a hybrid. Having driven the Prius a lot, it certainly does feel a bit more solid than the Prius, and similar to the Camry hybrid. So in summing up the Sonata hybrid here, I think there's two numbers you got to think about. The first number is $25,000. I mean, just barely over $25,000, and you're in a hybrid. That's incredible. That's Econobox money almost. So what a great deal. And 40 is the other number, 40 miles per gallon. You know, if everybody was driving a car like this hybrid, then we wouldn't be going to war over foreign oil. I mean, it just makes a lot of sense. This is a darn fine car. It's not lacking for anything. With the luxury version, it's great. I mean, you've got every luxury item you can think about. So overall, am I impressed with the Sonata hybrid? And the answer is definitely yes. You know, this car has been re-engineered, and it's lighter. You get a lifetime warranty on the lithium polymer batteries, and the technology is great, the luxury is great. It just feels polished. It handles very well for a hybrid. Look at the panoramic sunroof even. Very nice touch. And remember those two numbers, 25,000 and 40 miles per gallon. That's the most important thing. I'm definitely impressed. I'm Drivin' Ivan Katz.